The last topic to discuss to help your team work better together in ClickUp is best practices for general productivity. In this video, we'll dive into some best practices for using one of the platform's most effective features that help you elevate your productivity so you can work better together with your team. Let's talk about tasks in multiple lists, also known as TIML. TIML is a Click app that needs to be enabled by an admin or owner in your workspace, and it empowers you to add any task to more than one list. Adding tasks to multiple lists lets a single task live in multiple lists across multiple teams so you can tackle cross-functional work. All updates, comments, and activity are all reflected simultaneously. So, what are the benefits of tasks in multiple lists? TIML prevents duplication of tasks for the same work. If you're working on the same task across different teams, you don't need to create different tasks in separate spaces or lists. Just locate the task in its home list and add it to the appropriate list from here. Next, TIML streamlines your workflow so you can work on tasks with other teams right away without any blockers. Another benefit of TIML is that updates made in any location are reflected immediately. Each task is updated in real time, wherever it is worked, by whichever team works on it. The last benefit of TIML to discuss is that it promotes visibility for anybody working cross-functionally on a project. When you add a task to multiple teams' lists, it'll show up on their view, and they can customize the view of the task however they want without affecting how it appears in the home list. Once the Click app is enabled, TIML is easy to use. You can use TIML in multiple places. Click into a task and click the plus sign at the top. Go to a task's settings in a task or list view and select to add the task to a list. In list view, you can select one or multiple tasks at once and use the bulk action toolbar to add them to the list of your choice. Also, in a list view, add a list column and then add a task to another list from here. Let's discuss some best practices for tasks in multiple lists. First, when you've prioritized your tasks, use automations to add tasks to other lists. Whenever you're working on a project cross-functionally and a task is prioritized and ready to be worked, what is the best, most time-saving way to distribute the task to another team? The answer is through an automation. You'll save a ton of time and eliminate manual work distributing tasks to other teams when you add an automation. Build an automation that adds a task to another list where your other team is working, and once the activity is triggered, it'll run behind the scenes without you having to do anything. The task will automatically be placed in the other team's list, and you can notify them that the task is ready to be worked with a comment. The next best practice is to customize or configure the task how you want within your own location. When you add a task to a new location, it'll save all of the original information for the task, such as the task description, statuses, and custom fields. The task will also take on the custom fields of the location where it's added, in addition to the original task's custom fields, and you can add more custom fields to it from here. Scroll down the task to see all the custom fields and details that can be added in addition to the fields from the home list. The third best practice is to keep your statuses simple, the same, or uniform when possible. When you add tasks to another list, the task will keep the same status and status set from the home list. You cannot change this, so consider keeping a simple or even a similar or identical status set as the original task wherever possible. For example, if you add a task from a sales space to an engineering space, the task statuses may not be able to be uniform, but the engineering team will see tasks with statuses like at risk, which could confuse them as they are tackling bugs or creating new features for new clients. However, try to see how close you can get to it if possible. The last best practice to discuss is to ensure the right team members get access to the task. Each time you add a task to another list, whoever has access to the list where the task is added will see it, unless it's private. Review the permissions of each task and make sure it can be shared with others before you add it to other lists. In conclusion, TIML enhances collaboration, streamlines workflows, ensures consistency, and improves the visibility of your work within ClickUp. Go ahead and try out tasks in multiple lists in your workspace today and start working better together with your team.